National Sea Rescue Institute has had its hands full this festive season. There have been several drownings, I should say, and boating accidents in the country's waters. So what can holidaymakers do to keep safe? Well, for more on this, eNCA's Leigh-Anne Jansen joins us live from Cape Town. Leigh-Anne, good morning to you. Tell us exactly where you are and what are the safety precautions that the people that are being issued to the people there.
Hi, Holly. Well, wouldn't you just love to be me right now? I'm at Camps Bay Beach in Cape Town, and as you can see behind me, there are already quite a few beachgoers. I'll just step out a shot, someone. Quite a few beachgoers on the beach, some people tanning, reading books, some even braving the icy Atlantic Ocean over here. I'm going to try and gather some energy to get into that water for you a bit later, but I'm not promising anything. But on a serious note, this is the time of year when several people flock to our beaches, and rescue authorities like the NSRI, lifeguards, paramedics, etc., have their hands full with people disobeying the rules of the beach, essentially, or just finding themselves in danger. I am joined now by the NSRI's Craig Lambernon to speak around this issue. Craig, thank you so much for joining us. Firstly, are you expecting that huge influx of people to our beaches again this year?
There will definitely be a huge influx around the coastline, more people going down to the beach than normal. We continue to encourage people to go to beaches when the lifeguards are on duty. Only swim when the lifeguards are on duty and obey their instructions. But we are urging the public to have a safety-conscious mindset around all water, not only coastal water, but also inland waterways, rivers, lakes, dams, and even your swimming pool at home, which should have a cloak of safety around it.
Now, run us through some of those precautions. One of them is that people should not enter the beaches or enter the waters if there are no lifeguards on duty, or swim between flags. Just elaborate a bit on that.
Correct. So the flags are posted outside of where there are rip currents forming, so the lifeguards are looking out for that all the time. You'll notice that in the middle of the day the lifeguards will move those flags because rip currents form at different places constantly throughout the day, and the lifeguards looking out for that. They'll ask the public to move to the new safe area, but swimming between the flags, that's the area that the lifeguards are alert for and watching out for, and that's the safe place to swim.
Now, you sent an alert earlier this morning of the full moon spring tide that's starting today and throughout the Christmas weekend, where we see higher than normal high tides and lower than normal low tides. What else can people expect?
So this is the full moon spring tide, and in fact the effect has started today already. So the safety is already in place for that. It peaks on the afternoon of Saturday, and it'll last until after Christmas Day, or in fact after Boxing Day. So this is really the time to be most cautious because of the higher than normal high tide, the lower than normal low tide, stronger than normal rip currents, and people walking along the beach, people swimming, anglers fishing from rocks. That's the precaution.
Now, what do people do if they find themselves in this rip current?
If you find yourself caught in a rip current, you'll know you are because you're being swept out to sea faster than what you can swim back to shore. Don't panic. Simply stay afloat using your arms and legs in circular movements. That's treading water. At your, as difficult as it sounds, let the current take you out to sea. Staying afloat, shout for help so that people on the beach can alert the lifeguards, or they can call Sea Rescue on the national emergency number 112. At your first opportunity, swim parallel to the beachfront until you're free of the rip current, and then use the incoming waves to get back to shore.
Now, just briefly, some of the stats you have from the start of the festive season of drownings or near drownings on our beaches.
Sadly, one drowning is one drowning too many. We are still mourning the loss of a 6-year-old child at Wilderness Lagoon. That, despite that, it seems to have been a quieter season than normal, but we are holding thumbs that this period now coming up, that everybody goes to the beach with a safety-conscious mindset. Everyone that's deployed, the law enforcement officers, police, lifeguards, NSRI, fire department, everybody on the beaches. We've got one mission only, and that's public safety. We want everyone to arrive safely and the whole family to leave together at the end of the day safely from a day at the beach.
And then just finally, I think I can hear a helicopter on its way. That's the new Netcare 911 helicopter. But you're going to do a bit of a display. I call them toys, you call them rescue resources. Tell us, we can step out of shot for our cameraman Asanda to get a few shots of this. Just tell us what they are, who they are and what they do.
Yeah, so here on the water now we've got NSRI rescue craft, deep sea rescue craft and surf rescue craft. We've also got the law enforcement marine unit, the police dive unit, fire and rescue services dive unit. They deployed any emergency at sea. They all come together, they all work as one team. It's a full deployment. It includes private ambulance services like Netcare 911, ER24 around the country, the provincial ambulance and rescue services that also assist in incidents. But if you call Sea Rescue on our emergency number, the full complement of rescue resources for an emergency are deployed because unfortunately in a drowning accident seconds can mean the difference between life and death.
Thank you so much. Well, there you have it, Tholi. Unfortunately, we didn't get a shot of the helicopter. I see it on its way here in the distance. Maybe Asanda, if you could just pan over there, you can see the helicopter on its way here. That's the NSRI's new helicopter. It's a huge one, but all hands are on deck this festive season so that people are safe on our beaches and that revelers could have the best time of their lives this festive season.
Leigh-Anne Jansen, thank you very much for that. And